Wigs of every color, shape, and style, from afro to updo, are on display here.
Wig to meet you, madam.
You never knew there was such a rich history to artificial hair. There are plenty of things to check out at the museum. You decide to...
Polly, I have a question.
Polly, I've been meaning to ask you, how do you road trip?
It's okay, Scott.
There's no shame in asking, Scott. Let me explain. All of us will share 6 essential resources, and we need to manage them wisely to keep this trip afloat. So we need to be careful because the choices we make during the trip can affect these resources. And if one of them depletes completely, we can kiss this road trip goodbye. I get it. So our goal is to avoid running out of any resource and keep road tripping forever. No. The goal is to reach one of the 6 destinations every road trip leads to. I have this travel guide that explains how each destination requires us to hoard a different resource. You can check said guide whenever you want. Click on the Destination tab to the right, or press E on the keyboard, or LB on the controller. There you'll find the requirements to reach a destination and win the game. Enough exposition. Narrator voice inside our heads. We get it. Keep our resources far above 0 and hoard enough of one resource to reach a destination. Let's go. All right. One destination requires 25 money. One requires 25 soul. One requires 25 mind, 25 magic, 25 stamina, or 25 hype. It looks like we're starting off headed towards magic, so the magic destination is something we might consider doubling down on, depending on what the question mark resource is. So we could check out the exhibition, guess which resource you'll gain and which you'll lose, attend the kids tour, guess which resource you'll lose, you'll always gain hype. Oh, sorry. Maybe we're all in on the hype. Or visit the gift shop. Guess which resource you'll gain, you'll always lose money. So, what do we want to do? Do we want to guess gain and loss? We don't know this game. We're going in blind, so this could be real dicey. The kids tour, we will absolutely gain hype. But we have to guess which resource we'll lose. Or lose money, gain guess a resource to gain. Dragoon says kids tour. Well, don't know what's involved in guessing, so exhibition, see what happens. Trav wants to be very dangerous. And Dragoon wants to go the kids tour. What does the rest of chat want? Now's the safest time to experiment. Well, you're not wrong, Trav, but we could also, like, really mess ourselves up. I mean, we are running around with an eldritch horror who can be insanity-inducing. Bear in mind, I have not actually played through this game yet, so I am playing with you here. That's fair. That's fair. Dragon is our tiebreaker. He says the kids tour. Let's go. Let's get some hype. Okay. You and your friends attend the kids tour instead of checking out any of the more age-appropriate options at this museum. Hiya, kids, says the tour guide. Today we're learning about this wonderful world of wigs. If you answer my questions right during the tour, you'll get a gold star.
Awesome, bro!
Woohoo! Gold stars! I love positive reinforcement that makes me feel smart. Well, we did have Scott with us, so maybe the kids tour is really the best. Look at this wig. It's an Egyptian pharaoh's wig from thousands of years ago. Does anyone know why the Egyptians wore wigs? Like, to avoid sunburn, insect bites, and male pattern baldness? Says it right here on the sign, dum-dum. Man, this competition is easy. it isn't a competition, but fine, here's your gold star. Now look at this wig, kids. It was worn by a judge in the UK. Can anyone tell me the fastest way to become a judge in the UK?
Me.
The fastest way to become a judge is to steal another man's powdered wig. We're gonna win this, Polly. The tour continues. Polly and Scott rack up stars, but by the end, they're tied with another participant.
Oh, fucking Bobby.
Little Bobby, that little fucking Bobby. Scott, we gotta take that whiz kid down if we want the grand prize. Yay, wigs and nepotism. Hey, Trav, it's from your country. And that's the end of the tour, says the guide. Aren't wigs fascinating, kids? Who knows what wigs will be like in the future? Pick me, pick me, pick me. I think wigs will, give people the ability to understand poetry. Shut up, you two, the guide snaps. The tour is over. It was just a rhetorical question anyway.
Huh?
A rhetorical question? Rhetorical means rhetorical, which means this question is worth double points.
Yeah.
Zoe, help us answer the question right and kick Bobby's diapered ass. You don't know the answer because there is no answer. But there are other ways to eliminate Bobby from the competition. Do we plant some drugs in Bobby's pockets and frame him for doping for this competition? Or do we bribe Bobby with the one thing his parents and the law have denied him all these years? A taxi license. Don't ask how we got it. Drugs or taxis? Drugs or taxis? Sadly, with some people I don't associate with anymore. I'm so sorry to hear that, Dragon, but hopefully your experience here on my channel will be a much more pleasant time. Plant the drugs? Dragoon says taxi. All right, chat, I've got drugs or taxi. Looks like the consensus here is drugs. All right, we're gonna plant some drugs to frame him for doping. You want to plant drugs on a toddler? Isn't that kind of genius? It's genius. We must eliminate little fucker by any means necessary. Hey, what are you doing in my son's pockets? Screams Bobby's mother. I'm fighting on the front lines of the war on drugs, bitch. Look what I found. I knew there was no way little Bobby was winning this competition without a little help. You put that in there, the mom accuses. How would a toddler even get his hands on acid? Ma'am, why would anyone even dope with acid? The tour guy asks exasperatedly. Hallucinogens don't enhance performance. Well, duh, but Bobby's a little kid. He doesn't even know any better. It's the intent that counts. Throw Bobby out of the competition. There's no competition. These drugs are obviously yours, ma'am. I'm calling security. This is bullshit. I hope you're fucking happy, Bobby. Do you feel all smart with your gold stars? I'll kill you in your fucking crib. We'll see how much your wig knowledge matters then. You're all dragged out of the wig museum.
Sorry, bro.
Sorry we didn't win, Polly. I know it was really important to you. Don't worry, boo. That meltdown was all a distraction. Look what I swiped on the way out. Polly pulls a whole sheet of gold star stickers out of her pockets. Woohoo! You lose 2 soul for the ruse, but you gain 2 hope.
Let's win this thing.
Apparently we have no soul, but we are all hype. All right. So we have started our way onto the hype ending. This one is the futuristic gas station, the transportation of the future today. It'll give us question mark, magic, question mark, magic, and or lose us money. The national park is Go Hug a Tree, Nature Nerd. Question mark looks like loss of mind and loss of stamina. If I'm reading the emojis right. Because mind is purple and stamina is the reddish orange color. And this is purple. Yeah, okay. I can hover. Look at that. I can do the hover. So, the unknown is essentially all of these are lose a stat, gain a stat. So it's telling us what we'll lose, but it's not telling, but we'll have to guess what we gain. And the unknown is lose a stat, gain a stat, but all question marks. And so here we absolutely know that we'll gain magic, that we could absolutely lose money, and that there is an unknown option as well. Zero sum. Hopefully we'll get some pure boosts, or we're going to be running tight if we want a 25 stat. I mean, last I checked, we were a being from another realm of possibility. Didn't think we had a soul. I mean, Dragoon, you might be correct in that. Let's try the park. There might be something fun there. So I have 1 vote for gas station, 1 vote for park. Gas station or park? Gas station or park? We're kind of trying to get hype. The question marks could give us hype. We don't know. But we do have to be mindful about our losses. Remember, at any point in time, you can use your channel points to A, become ruler of the vote and make the decision for me, or B, force me to make the vote and queen me the ruler, of which I will be very disappointed in you. Trav, you already know my disappointment. There's a reason why queening me the ruler of the vote is expensive, after all. Oh man, you guys are gonna make me choose anyway, aren't you? For free, no less. I'm fully aware of your disappointment, but since you're already so disappointed, it probably won't affect you much if I do it again later. Oh, he's got me. Oh, terrible, awful. It's a good thing that you guys are all very much my friends. All right, let's... Oh no, Dragon, I'm so disappointed in you. Why? Oh, why would you hurt me this way? Fine, we're going to the park, just to spite you. Ah, the great outdoors. You win. Indeed, Dragon, indeed. Preserving nature is important, and no one does it better than national parks. Here you can relax, breathe that clean mountain air, and truly appreciate the great outdoors.
Be still.
Or you can fuck around and be chaotic. Yeah, that's way more likely. In any event, what are you going to do at the park? Woohoo! Again! Let's choose an action to make an event happen. Yes, I'm ready for all the randomness these events involve. Actually, Polly, I was checking this travel guide and it seems they aren't so random after all. Look, these different signs apparently refer to different types of events. The most common event is called exchange events. After making a choice in those, you'll always lose a resource and gain a resource no matter what. The trick is making the right choice, since that'll decide which resources are gained and lost. But if a resource sign next to the event type sign, that's called a known resource. It means that resource is guaranteed to be affected no matter what your choice is. If the sign is positive, then the resource is guaranteed to be gained. And if it's negative, then you know you'll lose it. Like, for example, if we see an action with this sign, we know we'll lose money here. Our choice will only determine which resource we'll gain. That's not so bad. If we know we're losing or gaining a resource is unavoidable, we could be strategic about it. This all sounds very useful, but also like too much pressure for fan favorite Polly to keep track of.
Oh.
Zoe, can we leave these decisions to you? So, we are going to guess which one we gain and which one we lose by picking mushrooms. We could definitely lose mind and gain something else while we look for cryptids. Or we could go hiking, which means we'll lose stamina, but we'll gain something else. There will be a choice of 2 stats that we could gain from. Cryptids, we can find lost classmates here. Sits back with 37.2k channel points. Dragon, as much as you have a decent number of channel points, I'm pretty sure Trav still has you beat with the amount of channel points that he has. And let me tell you, he's been here since day 1. Okay, so I have a vote for mushrooms and a vote for cryptids. Chat, what do you want to do? Please, someone, make yourself a tiebreaker for me, because I cannot. But look at how cute we are taking pictures of birds. So cute. Never underestimate the power of the art of these games. The art is adorables. I mean, you got a nice chunk of channel points there, Dragon. Oh, we got 2 votes for shrooms. Sorry, Trav. I guess no cryptids for us. Let's figure out what we're doing. You're about 30 minutes into your hike when Scott apparently can't take it anymore.
Aww.
Man, I'm starving. Isn't there anything to eat in this lush, beautiful forest?
Well, hello.
Well, hello, friends. It's good to see you, but you should be wary. I can hear the growling of some great beast somewhere on the trail.
Hey!
Hey, Mossman. Don't worry, that's just my stomach. I haven't seen a burger restaurant on this trail yet, and I was getting pretty hungry. Oh, well, I don't know about burgers, but I know a great natural food source nearby if you need a snack. Mothman! Moss leads you to a fallen tree covered with mushrooms. Behold, my friends, Fungus vivi. They're succulent, they're savory. They're alive? Of course we're alive, giggled the sentient mushrooms. We're the sweetest parasitic fungi in the whole forest. You guys seem gullible. I mean, nice. You should inhale our spores so we can live in your brains and be best friends forever. No thanks. I bet those spores would taste great with some sauteed onions and chives, though.
Huh.
But isn't eating something that's sentient and still alive kinda wrong? It definitely is, says the shrooms. It'd be much more humane to let us germinate in your brains. I don't know. What do you think, Zoe? Should we inhale the spores or eat the mushrooms? How about neither?
Sorry, Boo.
Nope. You should know the rules by now, Boo. Pick a wacky outcome and suffer the consequences. Are we eating or inhaling? Well, you know what they say. When you live with a mushroom parasitizing your brain, you're never truly alone. Hey, the shrooms want to live rent-free in your brain, but you want them to live rent-free in the risotto you're having for dinner tonight. Fuck them. Totally not tempted to learn one of the most toxic games ever. Dragon? Fuck him. Sorry, Automod hadn't learned that we are fine with profanity here. No, Scott, it's not wrong to eat them. It's dinner. Jeez Louise. Automod, learn. All right, well, the consensus is eat those fuckers. Okay. Excellent choice. Fungus vivi's natural smoky flavor pairs wonderfully with a good risotto. No, we can't stand the agony of being eaten. Well, you should have thought of that before you decided to be so delicious. You all pick some mushrooms to cook later. You go ahead and snack on some of them now, gaining +2 stamina and listening to their screams. Oh, dragon, why? No, 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 no. Naughty, 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 naughty. Oh god, the endless pain! No! The stomach acid burns! Why, cruel world? Why? Woohoo! Fuck yeah, eat me! Oh, jeez. Shouldn't this mushroom be screaming, don't eat me? Oh, I can do that. Oh no, don't eat me. Don't put me in your big moist mouth and devour me whole, you beautiful pile of flesh. This is weird. Zoe, what's that on the ground next to where I picked this weird mushroom? You check. It's a teeny tiny pornographic sign filled with 4 fetish art.
Kinky.
Yep, should have known this was a kink thing, but fuck it. I guess I consent to this. Down the hatch. I'm happy I'm now full, but I still feel like eating those mushrooms was a mean thing to do. Don't worry, Scott. We filled that one weird mushroom sexual fantasy, so this was actually a good deal.
Oh!
Oh, okay. That's a relief. You're content to let Scott be happy, but you know better. You lose 2 soul for voring the sentient mushrooms, you kinky fuck. Oh dear. We're losing soul hand over fist.
I've memorized the wiki.
Dragon, I feel like I need to remind you that ensuring that you avoid things that are going to deteriorate your mental health is for the betterment of mankind, and League of Legends will not help you there. Please don't. That place is toxic AF, and I don't think you need that in your life, my mans. A cheap hotel. It's better than sleeping outside, right? Question marks all the way down. Or business summit. Join capitalism's finest. There's an unknown, and there's also 2 options to earn money. Yeah, I realize that League of Legends has very nice art, but you can, I mean, like, Monster Prom has very nice art and won't make you go completely batshit toxically insane. Just saying. But, like, I can't make you not play League of Legends, so I'm just being a concerned friend. Does anyone else think that business is likely to be soulless? I'm pretty sure that you are correct. We could go to a cheap hotel and maybe get some rest, but we won't precisely know what we're getting into. Or we could attempt to make some money. Yeah, it's kind of a free-for-all, everyone for themselves, even though it's supposed to be a team effort thing over there. I'm not really sure what goes down, but I'm scared of League of Legends. Even though it's very popular. All right. Let's refocus to the choice at hand. Cheap motel or business summit? Trav says motel. What does the rest of chat think? You prefer Smite or a Dota 2? Way less toxic? Yeah. We got 2 votes for the motel. We have no idea what we're getting into, but that's where we're going. Best thing about the road? Nothing happens. What? Why has the car stopped? Whoa, I'm getting dizzy watching our resources go up and down. Yeah, man, is it even possible to know what we're losing or gaining beforehand? Dang, we're doomed. Put something on the radio. We may fuck up this road trip, but at least we'll fuck it up while having some fun. Okay. Welcome to our humble radio show where our guests give narratively convenient road trip tips. Today we have road trip survivors Cormac S. Thompson and Hunter McCarthy. Guys, what can you share with our audience?
Manage your resources.
Let me start by saying that the number one cause of road trip related deaths is not properly understanding how to manage resources.
The dreaded 6.
Ah yes, the dreaded 6. Most unexperienced road trippers think they behave in arbitrary ways, but that's simply not true. When you're making your choices on the road, you have to look for little cues to infer what resource you'll be losing or gaining.
Money makes the world go round.
Money might be the easiest one. Are you buying or renting something? Money down. Hiring something? Money down. Doing a job or selling something? Money up.
Beware.
But beware, sometimes the solution doesn't obviously involve buying something, but it involves using expensive stuff you may need to rent or buy.
Amen to that.
And what about magic? The mysterious substance that fuels our cars.
Magic is tricky.
Magic is tricky because sometimes you'll need to use it for spells, summonings, and curses, but that will mean lowering your magic and risking an empty fuel tank. And getting magic up can be quite hard. You could find a gas station, or you may need to resort to performing sacrifices or colluding with strange, powerful entities.
Classic road trip stuff.
Our time is up, fellas. Let's discuss the other resources in future episodes of everyone's favorite radio show, Convenient Exposition. Whoa, that was stupidly convenient. Scott, did you take notes? Nope. Well, I hope Zoe did at least. Otherwise, we're truly fucked. And not in a good way. There's no shame in sticking to a budget, but honestly, you might have been better off sleeping in the car.
Pizza.
But hey, sometimes you just gotta rough it for a night. It'll build character. At least that's what you tell yourself while you're browsing the abysmal room options available to you. Too late to back down now, though. Which room will you rent for the night? The room that's just a hole in the floor? The haunted room where someone was totally murdered? Or the room with only one bed? Remember, we don't know what resources we'll gain and which ones we'll lose. It's all a guessing game here. But we've got a hole in the floor, a haunted room where someone was totally murdered, or just one bed. For 3 people. To be fair, of those 3 people, one of them's a ghost, so it doesn't take up much space. One of them is a werewolf, so he's gonna be warm and cuddly. And one of them is an eldritch horror that's mostly made of tentacles. Kinky. There's only one outcome if we all share a bed. Dragoon has once haunted. So I have a vote for haunted and a vote for one bed. Anybody else want to weigh in on this? Haunted, we love the spoopy? Okay. Haunted it is. Get to your room. It's haunted. Say what you want about this motel, but you can't accuse them of false advertisement. Welcome to your room. Hope you didn't mind if my fellow curses and I unravel your sanity tonight. Yeah, go ham. I'm already dead, so most curses don't fuck me up too much. You're not even afraid of Spaghetti Sergei, the Italian chef who drowned in the bathtub? He cursed all the faucets to only dispense cold, creepy pasta.
Awesome, bro.
Wait, we get a room with unlimited pasta faucets? This rules! Do you have any other appliances do any of the other appliances dispense garlic bread? No. But we have Mirror Mary, the spirit trapped in the mirror who wails funeral dirges throughout the night. Ah, sick! I was just saying, I wanted to do 4 a.m. karaoke, but Zoe said we couldn't if we didn't have backup vocalists. This is great! Yeah, it's just fucking super. We've got 2 backup singers, actually. Check out that guy staring at us in the corner. I bet he's got a great singing voice and a bubbly personality. Oh, that's actually super unsettling. Who the hell are you? I'm Tanner, says the creep. I was killed in this corner by a guest I was watching sleep. She stabbed me. Can you believe it? Your death was a total injustice, Tan. It's your given right to haunt this room in revenge and stare at guests all night long. No. Spooky spaghetti I can handle, but creepy man staring at me while I sleep is not allowed. Do something, Zoe! Of course it's haunted. Polly is here. Do we break the curse by helping Tanner complete his unfinished business, listing every bird known to man aloud? Or do we upgrade your curse? See if the ghost of the guy who drowned in champagne and now vomits free champagne is available. Help Tanner by being very boring? Or get free champagne on top of free spaghetti? What do we think? Polly can hook us up. I mean, she's no moaning Myrtle, but you know. So boring stuff that breaks our mind of enthusiasm or spend cash. Tricky. We have 10 money. Free drinks. Dragoon wants free drinks. I mean, they're not precisely free. But we do have an incoming ad break in about a minute for those it's relevant to. Please be advised. It's more fun than the other one. All right, we will upgrade the curse. You're trading me for that champagne guy? Why? All he does is create endless free booze. I can offer you endless uncomfortable staring contests. Make the call, Zoe. Room service. Yeah, you can upgrade. The champagne vomiting ghost is available, but he's one of our premium options. Anything to get rid of creepy McNeverblinks. You pay 2 money and have the ghost of Sir Shandon Buble visit your room. Sup, Bubbles? So do you vomit the champagne into a glass on command? Or should we keep a bucket with some crazy straws under you at all times? It comes at random. It's a horrible reminder of my untimely death. It happened on my golden yacht in 1974. I was cruising my wealthy father's champagne lake with Count Murderer on the moonlit waves. Sorry, dude, but I can't take you seriously when you're comically vomiting like that. But hey, cheers to unlimited booze. Cheers indeed. You and your friends have a great time getting wasted on the byproduct of this ghost's misery, and you gain 2 stamina. Well, it looks like we're going for the stamina ending now. Wolfang! We haven't gotten to the dating part. We're actually road tripping this time.
Hi.
There is romance options. We just haven't gotten to it yet. But welcome in. It's lovely to see you. We missed you yesterday. All right. We have the option of a shady property, which means that we could get soul or money. Maybe skip this one while trick-or-treating. Or the used car dealership. Miles of Smiles with unknown money or minus stamina. Personally, I think we should probably try to get our soul back up because dang, have we been wasting away. And this is a game of trying to moderate things, but we do need a 15 plus stat or a 25 and a way to get 25 stat. That's a 25 in a stat at the end. So, shady property or used car? Shady property sounds good. Just remember, Trav, that we will lose a stat and we will lose some amount of stat to regain soul, which could in fact be a hit to our hype or our stamina that we've already been trying to raise. So just be advised. But I do have a vote for shady property. Oh yeah, it's all zero sum so far. Indeed. We don't know what the destinations are like, but so far we're closest to the stamina one. The music is great, though. We are enjoying the tropical rave vibe. There was a choice. We want to go to the shady property. All right. Looks like the shady property it is. Let's go. Smart choice, Zoe. After all the sun, we could use some shade. What? This place seems like exactly the sort of place you shouldn't visit.
What can go wrong?
Which, naturally, is exactly why you have to visit it. Horror movie logic for the win. The big question now is how you'd like to enter the premises. What's it gonna be? Do we break into the basement? Do we check the backyard first? Or do we just knock on the door, goddammit? Remember, we will have to guess the resource in which we lose, but we will always gain either soul or money, depending on which option. So, basement, backyard, or the front frickin' door? What do we want to do, guys? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that your kid was not feeling well. Yeah, the elections. Let's not talk about the elections in here. I'm trying to avoid the, hit to my sanity. By playing an Eldritch Horror in a Monster Prom game. Dragoon votes for front door. But yeah, I hope your kid feels better soon. I know that kids just get sick. It's a thing that happens. They catch it from school or whatever. But yeah, so sorry to hear that, Wolfang. Glad to have you here all the same. Just wanted to let you know that you were missed. Trav says basement knocking is for boring normies. We're monsters. I mean, Trav's got a point there. Horror movie logic, remember? We're not doing ding dong ditch here. Come on. No worries, no politics from my mouth. And thanks, he's feeling better today. I'm so glad he's feeling better. I'm hoping it was just a little bug, and then he's good to go. Kids tend to bounce back from these things pretty fast, but it's never fun when your kid is sick. Not that I have kids, but I am the oldest of 4 siblings, and it was never fun when my siblings were sick either. I've got a vote for the door, and I've got a vote for the basement. Who wants to be my tiebreaker? Please weigh in. Or, alternatively, become the ruler of the vote. Or, alternatively, make me the ruler of the vote, and make me very disappointed in you, because I don't like to make decisions. This is the deep lore from the beginning of my channel. Me, decision making? No, please don't. And I've already had 2 people make me to make decisions today. They know who they are. I'm very disappointed in them. But it's all lovingly disappointed, of course. No one votes, I'm going for the backyard. Don't make me. Don't make me. Alright, I'm split in the middle. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Dragon. La Cholet Ortho, welcome in. Chouette? Chouette? I'm sorry, my French is absolutely gone. I took French in high school, it's gone. So I apologize for mangling your name, but welcome in. May I call you Ortho? Or at the very least, let me know what you would prefer to be called. I got 2 votes for the basement. All right, somebody was very kind. Thank you so very much. Thought you wanted soul. Money's good money to do though as well. Yeah. I was just making, terrible threats to make people talk to me, so. But yes, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate having you here. Welcome to being my new friend. And Ortho's fine? Awesome. Then I don't have to mangle your name and feel terrible about it every single day. This house has sketchy vibes, so clearly the best response is to match those vibes and enter the house in the sketchiest way possible, breaking into the basement.
It's holly time!
This seems unnecessarily dangerous. I'm in. You grab a crowbar, pry open the cellar window, and shimmy into the dark, smelly basement.
Huh.
Wait a sec, do you guys hear muffled crying? You follow Scott to a big cage. A couple of people are bound and gagged inside. When they see you, they start thrashing and making muffled noises. Oh, I think we stepped into a weird sex thing, guys. You gotta be respectful with the kinks. Let's leave them to it. You all start to leave. The cage people do not like that. They thrash and shout louder. Finally, one of the cage people gets their gag loose. We're not having sex in here, he shouts. We've been kidnapped. Please free us before Jerry the murderer gets back. Shit, looks like you're these people's only chance at survival. Looks like Jerry's got a lot of crap in his basement. Maybe there's something here that will help you free the captives? We're monsters. Why would we care about captives? But here we go. We've got weird-looking shrooms. Jerry's many flamboyant hats. Or tap dancing shoes from that time Jerry decided to learn tap dancing but ended up quitting after only 2 classes. Let's just ignore the saw, the drill, the box of tools, everything that would be useful. Bramble, welcome in! Jerry the murderer, he sounds like a fine upstanding young man, just the sort to be our new friend. He may have tried to murder us at summer camp, by the way, Trav. So I have a choice of weird-looking shrooms, Jerry's many flamboyant hats, or tap dancing shoes from that time Jerry decided to learn to tap dancing but ended up quitting after only 2 classes. I have also a vote for hats. What would the rest of chat like to do? Please, help me, because I don't do decisions very well, clearly. I'm a Twitch streamer. Although, to be fair, I feel like me becoming a Twitch streamer was the best choice I ever made in my life. But hey, we're here, and I've made new friends today. It's the best thing ever. Yes, I remember him. What a nice guy he was. I mean, we did confuse him a little bit in Monster Camp. I have to vote for hats. It's a moral imperative for me. I mean, Bramble, yes, I understand. You do have to indeed vote for hats. And they are flamboyant hats, no less. Definitely up Bramble Rose's alley. Well, that's 2 votes for hats. And I guess that's where we're going. You reach into the flamboyant hats and pull out
Kinky.
a bunch of handcuffs? That's perfect. Let's handcuff the captives so they are more motivated to escape. Good magicians work best under pressure. If we want to put pressure on them, maybe we could use that tank of piranhas we saw on the way in? Great plan. You precariously dangle the cage of handcuffed prisoners above the piranhas. The prisoners don't escape, they just cry. You know, magicians usually cover themselves in a blanket or something before they disappear. Maybe that's what we're missing? Yeah, sure. If nothing else, obscuring the cage will spare us from watching the prisoners get eaten by piranhas if this doesn't work. You cover the cage, wait a few minutes, and soon the sounds of muffled sobbing stop. You take a look under the blanket and... There's nothing there! Hey, thank you for the hug! Hats it is. Trav, I'm glad. I'm glad that you are willing to appreciate somebody else's moral imperative.
We did it again!
So, that means the captives are freed! We did it! But... where did they get freed to? Meh, who cares? We did what we said we would. We never said we'd free them into someplace we knew about. I'm good, Eggnog. How are you? Being a streamer was the best decision because now you can delegate decisions to chat and please chat by attending our decisions. A win-win situation. Absolutely, Wolfang. That is exactly how I feel about it. It just brings me so much joy to help chat play my games. Fair enough. You lose 2 magic, vanishing the captives, but you gain 2 soul for, debatingly doing a nice thing. Well, time to stop and get some rest.
Some time to update my fanfic.
Ugh, finally a place to rest. Even this spectral booty needs some sitting after so much shaking. The guide says there are several rest stops like this one. We should be able to reach one like once a week after visiting 4 locations or so.
Let's go, Scott.
That sounds good. Let's go chill on those benches, Scott. As your friends leave, you realize you don't want to rest because you're utterly addicted to making choices all the time. Oh gosh, game, you don't know me at all. And this rest stop is no different. You quickly access the many, well, 5 things you can check out around here. But beware, with the exception of the car, each choice can only accommodate 1 player. It's first come, first serve. Well, seeing as we are the only person playing the game, this is a 1-player game, that shouldn't be a problem. Now go and see what the different spots do. Alright, so these are our stats. We have hype, magic, mind, money, soul, and stamina. And these are our options. We have the picnic benches, the info place, the bus stop, the noodle stand, and the car. No idea what any of these things do. It doesn't have any hover ability to tell me. So let me know where you would like us to go for our rest. I'm glad that you're doing well. Tired from work and in need of a cuddle? Well, you can have mental cuddles from me all my stream. So Eggnog, welcome in, sit back, relax, get yourself something to eat and drink if you need it, and just chill. Because remember, I'm just glad to have you guys here. Noodle stand? The noodle stop looks like the equivalent of, well, the shop. Or the drinks from camp, yeah. I'm pretty sure that this is the shop. Not entirely sure what the bus stop does. Info probably gives us some amount of information, so maybe mind or hype or something. And this is like definitely hanging out with our friends. I don't know. But it looks like I have a vote for the noodle stand because Eggnog is hungry. Just had your first coffee in like a week? Oh man, Eggnog, that had to have been rough. Do try to remember that caffeine is an addictive substance. It is the least damaging addictive substance that your brain can get addicted to, but it is still an addictive substance. So coming off of coffee is just not fun. Well, we'll need to experiment to see what each does. So sure, let's start with the noodle stand. You're always hungry? Oh no, I'm so sorry, Eggnog. Sounds like you need to mix and match your carbs to protein ratio. Alright, I got 2 votes for the noodle stand. We're gonna go check it out. Later that night.
What's our strategy here?
Welcome to the bartering stand, where you can barter with little trinkets and manage your resources a bit. Each trinket is tied to a resource. You'll lose the resource tied to the trinket you give away, and gain the resource tied to the trinket you take. Also, Noodles is here, but I don't know if that's a good thing. Ah, so it's not a stand to sell noodles, it's Noodles' trinket stand. We have learned a thing. I can be an addictive substance. Ooh, dragon.
The desert is my home.
Noodles is actually from the previous game, Monster Camp. He was one of the playable characters. Just FYI. Welcome to Noodles Swap Shop, where friends get a discount and cops pay double. But you're neither of those things, so let's settle for regular price, yeah? All right, so we have someone else's credit card, Scott Snacks, a postcard from our mom, and the sequel to the erotic fanfic about dragons. Dragon Heat. Come... What is it? I can't tell what it says. One night, no limits. That's what it says. Your flask for work broke. Oh no, that's terrible. And we can swap it for one of these 4 items. So, this looks like money. Scott's Snacks is possibly stamina or hype. Postcard from our mom might be soul. And fanfic about dragons is likely mind. Maybe magic. Lucky you can drink without feeling nauseous afterwards. I mean, not everyone drinks coffee. There are plenty of tea drinkers in this world. There are also people who do neither or absolutely hardly any caffeinated drinks, in which case they go for hot chocolate most of the time, is my understanding. Or water or lemonade or something. So, fanfic's gotta be hype. I mean, it could also be magic. Eggnog says, trade the postcard for mom. Yeah, Dragoon was here, Dragon. You and Dragoon have been on my stream before when we were playing Sunhaven, so. Scott Snacks is probably stamina, which we want, and Scott's here, so he should be happy. Yeah, I agree, Trav. Let's not get rid of our Scott Snacks, because we have Scott in our car. And I believe someone else's credit card loses us money, so it's kind of between these two. Postcard is what I already have a vote for. Bramble says I actually avoid caffeine as much as possible after the first time I had to reduce intake and it was so horrible. Yeah, like, coming down off of caffeine can be rough. I drink coffee on the reg, but even I know better than to have more than 2 cups of coffee a day. And 2 cups is a rarity for me. I tend to stick to 1. And then, like, none on the weekends, just so that I'm not, you know, freaking out about coffee all the time. I love coffee, but after I had a gastric problem, now can't drink it as often. I was like, aw, poor Wolfang. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yes, I know. I just forgot to say hey and felt bad. No worries, Dragon. All right, I'm going to go with the postcard. So we have an evil deity trapped in a snow globe. Mouth stuff. Donation to Noodles charity for impoverished noodles. Or CEO action figure with real business advice. I'm kind of tempted towards the evil deity trapped in a snow globe. That seems like right up our alley, honestly. But this looks like magic. This looks like stamina. This looks like money, and this looks like, maybe soul. You just wish you could eat full meals at the moment? Hey, Dragon, I know that you're, having some health discomfort. Just take it a little bit at a time. Lose the fanfic? Trav says lose the fanfic. Well, we already picked the postcard, so... Evil Snow Globe. Winter Fairy says, back in 2018, I used to drink 5 to 6 cups a day. Then I got a massive headache when I went 1 day without coffee. I have since cut my cups back to 1 a day, maybe 2 if I'm feeling foggy. Yeah, like coming down off of caffeine. Or I should say coming down off of caffeine. Not necessarily specifically coffee, but caffeine, period. Can be rough. Oh, wait, are we Zoe? Yeah, we're Zoe. Oh, thank you for giving hugs to Dragon, Eggnog. We appreciate hugs. There's a whole reason why I put the hug command into my commands. It's just for that, because hugs are the best. So, yeah, we are Zoe. This is Noodles. This is his trade shop. I'm tempted to go for the evil deity, but I actually think that we probably want the mouth stuff. We haven't had a romance option yet, and it should come at some point. We're getting various game elements added as we go along. The romance options open up when you have a stat at 15 plus. So we are like 1 point away in stamina from getting the ability to start romancing somebody, and then we get an ending at 25. A single stat at 25. I'm pretty sure there is a way to get to the end of the game and have nothing in 25 and like fail our road trip. And then if any stat goes to 0, we also fail the road trip. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. Is it's always a you know, what do we work towards gaining and what do we work towards trying to manage not to lose too much. 15 was the story options. You're right, Trav. But there's definitely going to be some romance options in the near future. Probably after this rest stop, actually. I bet you the first week is just to build up, and the second week is when romance starts to hit. I didn't see the romance unlock. Oh, 15 and week 3, or was it after 3? It was unclear for story. Not entirely certain. We're going in blind. It's fine. We've already forgotten half the tutorials. Well, the only person who's weighed in on the choice of 4 here says evil deity trapped in a snow globe because it's Zoe. So I'm gonna go with that.
What does file test like?
Magic
Following
up,
on top of capitalism.
soul down. Okay, that's what happened. Magic up, soul down. Thanks for your business. See you in your darkest dreams. Or our deepest nightmares? Or our lightest nightmares? Noodles, you're not exactly scary. Alright. Stamina is currently in the lead for our destination progress. Hype is second. Everything else is probably not. Here we go. Week 2. In case you couldn't tell what that said. Alright, so we have a graveyard to pay our respects at, where we can get soul, lose soul, or something. Or desert foot. The heart and soul of the desert, which we can lose money in, lose soul in, or something unknown. Yeah. Desert foot or graveyard. Mr. Scrake, welcome in. We're playing Monster Prom 3, Monster Road Trip. By Beautiful Glitch. Ah, yes. Sorry, Trav. I missed your mouth stuff. You just... yeah. I got sidetracked by conversation myself. So, considering Zoe's origin, that might be a cousin of Zoe's inside that globe. It's possible, Wolfang. It's possible. It's excellent. Yes. We haven't gotten to the romancing options yet, Mr. Scragg, so you're just in time. You want to go to the desert? The desert foot? All right. Eggnog wants to go the desert foot. Dragon wants to go the graveyard. That's the choice right here. Where are we going, people? Please weigh in if you have an opinion, and hopefully I will keep track of the votes better this time. I'm only human. Graveyard. So I've got 2 for desert, 2 for graveyard. Oh, nice. Camp was basically a reskin of Prom, but this looks like they tried stretching out new mechanics. Yes, this road trip work is much deeper game than Prom and Camp. And to be fair, Camp did do some new things, but it was still very similar. Trav is the tiebreaker for graveyard. All right, we're going to the graveyard. Let us pay our respects, or not. Don't you think they'll have bones? I like bones. Sure you do, Scott. Sure you do. Graveyards are solemn, quiet places made for reflection and paying respects to the dead.
Hello?
if you're a snooze fest. But you're with Polly and Scott, which means the graveyard is the perfect place to play a prank. The only question is, what's the best prank to pull?
Huh?
Hey, wait a sec. That event type sign looks new.
Oh!
Yeah, according to the travel guide, that sign means this is a quantities event. They work a lot like exchange events. We always lose and gain equal amounts of resources, but we have to guess which resources are tied to each option. The main difference is the amount of resources that are affected by each option differ. They can be affected a bit, some, or a fucking lot.
Scott!
Scott, you never swear. That's how the travel guide phrased it. Dang! So this foul-mouthed travel guide basically says that we can choose to play it safe or go bonkers?
Yep.
You already know what Mama would choose, Zoe. But this one is up to you, boo. Go for it. All right. So we could raise the dead to gain soul and lose something else. We could spook people by posing as ghosts to lose soul and gain something else. Or we could crash a funeral, which each of the three options will affect any resource, either a bit, somewhat, or a lot. So crash a funeral is a bit of a gamble. What do we want to do, people? Raise the dead, spook the people, or crash a funeral? Ah, look at how cute we are. Trav says dress as ghosts. Run, be free. Let's go. We have an ad break incoming in about a minute. Yes, I run ads. It's helpful if you watch them through. It really helps me out. If you would like to avoid the ads for all your streamers, Twitch Turbo is your option to do so. The ads still count for us, but you don't have to see them anymore. And if you only have me as a streamer, or you're very particular about who you want to support, a subscription to me helps me out the most, but they are options, not requirements. Feel free to hang out, lurk, and just be a happy, friendly, fun person here in my stream, because I love all of you guys. You're all my friends, and lurkers are love and light on Twitch. So whether you choose to watch the ad here in a few seconds or not, I still appreciate you. So I have a vote for dress as ghosts, a vote to raise the dead, and a vote to crash the funeral. Those folks need something to cheer them up. And look, we have a ghost right here being all boo-hoo about their loved ones turning into a ghost is kind of metabolist. Ah, you're funny, Bramble. Well, yeah. I have a vote for each option. You guys are not making this easy for me. Somebody who can still hear me, please. Tiebreak, please. I beg of thee. Dragon says crash the funeral. All right, we're going with the tiebreaker. Let's go. You find your friends and tell them you plan to crash a funeral. They're immediately on board. Funeral crashing, one of my favorite pastimes. It's like wedding crashing, but for ghosts, geriatrics, and thrice-widowed girl bosses. You all crash various funerals, wreaking all sorts of mourning havoc. And then you walk in on someone's eulogies, which, of course, Scott and Polly want to crash too. Nothing is sacred. Oh yeah, the deceased and I go way back. We made out in the bathroom stall at a club in Amsterdam.
Naughty.
It was the second best hookup I've ever had that started with accidentally walking into the men's restroom. Me and the deceased were best friends. We met at the zoo and had a really great conversation, and we met there again every day for months.
Oh.
To be honest, I don't know what I'm gonna do without Mr. Flippers in my life anymore. Scott, honey, we're not at Mr. Flipper's funeral. It's been a year since he broke out of his exhibit and got eaten by polar bears. You have to let him go. Okay then, says the pastor. Who's next on the eulogy list? Zoe? No offense, ma'am, but given the eccentric eulogies we've heard today, we want to make sure you actually know the deceased before we let you speak. Damn, you were just gonna say they will be missed and get back to eating cream puffs. Now you gotta come up with a lie on the spot. So, as you can see, this will affect things a little, this will affect things some, and this will affect things a fucking lot. I admit I was a stranger to the deceased, but aren't we all strangers to everyone at the end of the day? I was the deceased's secret lover. Or, I know the deceased because I am the deceased. It's me. I'm the dead person here. Oh my god, I love the humor in this game. So, do we admit the truth? Do we go for secret lover, or do we just triple down? Dragoon says stranger. Eggnog also says stranger. Winter Fairy says stranger. It looks like stranger is winning the vote here, guys. Secret lover and he cheated on you with Polly, sob. I'm kind of really curious what happens if we go full hog. I have 3 votes for 1, a vote for 2, and 2 votes for 3. So it looks like 1 wins, but thank you guys for jumping in on the voting here. Wow. I'm so proud of all of you for making decisions for me. I appreciate it. You say your piece. Sure, you didn't know the deceased, but honestly, did anyone here truly know them? Yeah, says one woman. I wasn't a stranger to Gary. He was my father. Take your pseudo-philosophical bullshit somewhere else. The crowd boos and you hang your head and start to leave, and then someone runs up and cries, "Stop! We need to listen to Zoe's wisdom." Oh, great, Gary's daughter sighs. Now Drunkle Philip is gonna preach to us. Hey, I may be a drunk, but I know one thing. We're all strangers to Gary. Think about it. We knew Gary on the surface, his favorite sports, his terrible Chuck Norris jokes. But did any of us truly understand Gary's soul? Who in your life can truly say that you know? Your loved ones are like onions, normal on the surface, but once you peel away the layers, you're crying and in pain and you wish you'd just ordered takeout instead. Man, now I'm really craving takeout. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Zoe's right. You're all wrong. Kiss my ass. Drunkle Philip throws up 2 middle fingers, then falls on his face, getting off the podium. At least this embarrassing moment gives you a chance to slip away. Wow, Zoe, that must have been really profound because I didn't understand a word of it.
Loser.
It wasn't. Zoe's eulogy totally sucked. You should have known that telling the truth is the worst way to start a prank, boo. Well, they say honesty is the best policy. What they often don't tell you is that it's also the lamest policy. You gain 1 soul, and you lose 1 hype.
Let's win this thing.
Alright, we have a choice between a picnic spot with some unknowns or some stamina, which we're kind of chasing, or the gift shop, which we can gain money, lose money, or who knows. Existence is apparently pain at the gift shop, but it's a beautiful day to eat outside. And as we are kind of chasing stamina here, it is our current highest stat. Maybe the picnic spot would be for the best. But once again, I will leave it up to my chat. Picnic for the stamina. Trav says chase that stamina. Eggnog agrees. Dude, the music in this game is awesome. I mean, I know we had a choice of vibe, but this vibe is really doing it for me. No, wait, existence is pain doesn't make sense for a gift shop. Telling you otherwise is when people are trying to sell you something. It's kind of brilliant. Well, it does say gift shop in quotation marks, Bramble. Just saying. Alright, it looks like picnic spot is kind of the thing that people want. So here we go. Man, it'd be great if something random happened right now. Wait, what? Why is the car stopped?
I got it.
I do love the Princess Bride reference, yes. You vote picnic as well? Okay. Hey, Polly, look what time it is. Oh, fuck yeah. Put the radio on, Zoe. Welcome back to Convenient Exposition, the radio show where our guests give narratively convenient road trip tips. Mr. Thompson, Mr. McCarthy, what can you tell us about the mysterious resource known as stamina?
Stamina. Yum.
Ah, stamina, the fuel for our bodies. Yum!
Feeding time.
Getting stamina up is simple. Eat stuff, stay hydrated, get some rest. This is important since arduous activities such as exercising or having intercourse will eat up your stamina. Throwing your food away or using it in ways that don't involve eating, it will also lower your stamina.
Now that you mention it, Cormac.
Cormac, something you said about stamina reminded me of mind. It takes an experienced road tripper to differentiate how resting raises your stamina, but relaxing raises your mind.
You're right, Hunter.
You're spot on, Hunter. A strong, relaxed mind can save you from succumbing to road madness, and what to this day I suspect is an ancient deity preying on mortal psyches. Relaxing and finding enlightenment will keep your mind up, and so will strengthening your brain by learning new things. But if you overtax your brain, you may actually risk lowering your mind.
The mind is a dangerous thing.
Anything that strains your brain can result in mind loss, from trying to comprehend the incomprehensible to getting in anxiety-inducing situations. You betcha, says the radio host, even thinking a lot for too long, like myself after this very edifying rumination, which is why we'll stop this episode right here. Cormac S. Thompson and Hunter McCarthy, everyone. Thompson and McCarthy, am I right? No, I have no idea what you mean by that, Scott. Me neither, Polly. Me neither. Sounds like Darkest Dungeon games. I know, Mr. Scrake. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and the ants are eagerly anticipating eating your scraps.
Oh, the toppings!
What a perfect day for a picnic. You've got your picnic basket and your checkered blanket. All that remains is deciding what to do now that you're here. Do we have a nice picnic? Crash other picnics? Or play fetch? I believe crash other picnics is the surefire way to get our stamina above 15, trigger events, and maybe finally start to get to romancing somebody. Mr. Scrake wants number 1, have a nice picnic. Number 2 is a dick move. I mean, Yogi and Boo Boo did it for ages. So, I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Scrake. I do love me the classics. God, I love Zoe. 2. I got 1 vote for 1 and 2 votes for 2. Hey, Boo Boo. Let's go get us a picnic basket. That's my Yogi the Bear impression. It's terrible. And for those of you too young to know Yogi Bear and Boo Boo, his best friend, I feel sad for you. Hanna-Barbera cartoons were the best. And if you're not from the United States of America, you may not know them at all. So sad. Look them up. They're amazing. Let's crash the others. All right, crash other picnics is what we're gonna do. Sorry, Mr. Scrake, we're gonna be a dick. Why make your own picnic when you can just crash somebody else's? After vetoing an awkward company picnic and a family exclusively eating cottage cheese, you and your friends find the perfect picnic to sneak into.
Party time!
Guys, that picnic looks poppin'. There's gotta be at least 50 people over there. They've even got a DJ. How are we gonna get in, though? That bouncer seems strict. He's not even letting that bear through. Roar! Rawr isn't on the list, pal, says the bouncer. Get your furry ass out of here before I kick you out. Wait, is that Liam waiting in line to get in?
Hey!
Liam, hey Liam, it's Scott, your friend. Hey, hi.
So mainstream.
Oh, great. Even you guys know about this place now? Please tell me this picnic hasn't become mainstream.
Hi!
Hi, Liam. Just curious, would you be down to let us exploit your friendship and use it to get into that picnic over there?
Ugh.
No way. This is the DJ Honey Dijon's Picnicking Extravaganza 20XX. We're talking about... It's the hottest locale for trendy picnicking aficionados or anyone who just enjoys snorting caffeine off of a checkered blanket. Wow. So you get invited to one exclusive picnic DJ'd by a mustard bottle and you think you're too cool to hang with us? I thought we were friends. Speaking of Yogi. Yup. Not from the US, but no, the Yogi Bear and his picnic stealing tendencies. That's awesome, Wolfang. I'm so glad. We are friends. I swear, I'm not trying to be a dick. The truth is, I'm barely cool enough to be here. I'll have my hands full just talking the bouncer into letting me inside. I don't have a way to get you into. Well, Liam's a bust, but you won't be deterred. Here's how you're gonna crash this picnic. Do we take our chances with the guest list by claiming your names are the most statistically common names? John Doe, Giacomo Calzone, and password 1234? Or do we all squash together inside a trench coat and pretend you are one very big celebrity? I have not thought of Yogi Bear in like a hot second, but it's nice to remember the nostalgia of the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Yogi Bear being only one of them. Eggnog says, take our chances with guest list names, which I think might be mined. I'm not entirely certain what squashing together in a trench coat might lower. Because remember, we're going to gain stamina, but we're going to lower something else. My raccoon brain is saying 2, but I'm going to have to go with 1. I've got 2 votes for 1. People think just taking chances with the guest list names might be the way to go. Assuming they haven't already all gotten inside. Look at how cute Liam is when he blushes, though. Look at this. Such a cute face. We did attempt to date this vampire at one point in time. It did not work out. Our poor monster prom days. Oy, oy, oy. I do love the continuity of, like, characters showing up again. It's really, really awesome that they were able to, like, bring them forward. All right, well, everyone is saying 1, so here we go.
Yeah.
Great idea. Dibs on password 1234. That's my stripper name according to funnamegenerator.com.
Awesome, bro!
Cool. I want to be Giacomo Calzone. I always wanted to be Italian when I grew up. That's your big plan? Nobody would be stupid enough to think those are real names. You'll just see about that. You saunter up to the bouncer and introduce yourself as the John Doe. Yeah, of course. Big fan of your work, Mr. Doe. You and your friends can go ahead inside. No way. Why the hell did that work? In Monster Con, the trailer, Liam looks way hot. Yeah, that's the next one coming out. Hey, back up. Who do you think you are, pal?
Welcome to Liam de Liancourt.
I'm Liam de Liancourt. I'm a level 2 moderator on the DJ's exclusive server. Come on, I gotta be on the list. Liam de Liancourt? Ha! That's a fake name if I ever heard one. There's too much alliteration, and what's a Liancourt? Don't lions live in prides or something? Get out of my line. It's a bad day to be Liam. Not your problem, though. You and your friends enjoy the picnic and gain +2 stamina eating delicious hoagies. The real John Doe password 1234 and Giacomo Calzone get turned away when they show up, though. Password 1234's sobs fill the air. It was her birthday, and her one wish was to get into this picnic. You lose 2 soul for ruining her day.
I've memorized the wiki.
Have you, Zoe? Have you? Well, we're not looking good in the soul department. He's a Discord mod, yeah. Which Liam, though? Centaur Liam? Worm Liam? Panini Press Liam? Ooh, that's a good question, Ortho. We have an art exhibition. It is a paint splatter. Is it a paint splatter or a clever critique of consumerism? You decide. There's an unknown, a plus money, and a minus soul option. There's also the rodeo. This isn't my first rodeo. What about you? We have hype, or who knows? Also, the Michelin man. Michelin tire guy is down here, which is crazy. Here's an interesting fact that possibly people in my chat don't know. Michelin is a tire company in the out of the United States. They are also the people who do the Michelin stars for restaurants. How does a tire company do restaurant critique, you ask? Well, it's an interesting story. See, Michelin wanted people to travel more and thus require replacing their wheels more often. And what do everyone need to do to survive? Eat. So they started critiquing high-end restaurants and thus made the Michelin stars so famous that people would travel to restaurant locations to eat the food. Thus, having a Michelin star or 3 is very coveted to this day, and the Michelin Tire Company sells a lot of tires still to this day. So that's how those two things are connected, which is really kind of wild if you think about it. Rodeos plausibly are exercise and therefore stamina. Well, you'll get hype, but you might lose stamina. We don't exactly want to lose stamina. Today you learned history. I mean, it's slightly more complicated than that, Bramble, and I encourage anyone who wants to know the full kit and caboodle of the Michelin star to go read either on a wiki or other article, but that is essentially the gist of it. They wanted to sell more tires by making people travel, and so they decided restaurant critique was the way to go. It's so funny. The art exhibit, who knows? We definitely don't want to lose any more soul. We're getting low on that as it is, but we could get money and lose something else. Hype is our second highest stat, so maybe we should go pursue some hype. We just got to be careful about what we lose, I suppose. What was it? 1, worth a visit if you're nearby. 2, worth going out of your way to visit. 3, make a trip specifically to eat here, something like that. Yes. To be frank, the highest you could ever get Michelin star wise is 3. So the Stray Kids song that says 5-star Michelin as one of its lines is kind of hilarious because when they wrote it, they didn't realize that the highest score for a Michelin star was 3 at the time. So, you know, he's a 5-star Michelin. I mean, Felix. Yeah. But anyway, it's kind of a funny thing. They learned it after the fact. Needless to say, 1 is worth a visit if you're nearby. 2 is worthy of going out of your way. And 3 is definitely definitely make a trip specifically to eat there is kind of the deal. The more stars you have, the better, really. You can find the website that will tell you all of the 1, 2, and 3-star Michelin restaurants around the world. This is now a global restaurant critique scale, and it is very coveted, and it's very competitive. So feel free to go down that rabbit hole if you'd like to in your own time. It's so funny how that Michelin actually became what it is. It really is, Wolfang. It's a fantastic thing to read about. Welcome to British Wear Weird. Michelin is an American company. Well, Dragon. The Americans started it. It's an American company. It's American Tire Company. The Michelin stars have gone global. The tires, I don't know offhand. Felix is adorably silly. Hell, they are. I know. I'm a stay winner. You know, you and me. I got you to be a stay. I introduced you to Stray Kids. Excuse me. I love those boys. They're silly. They're the only K-pop group that I actually spend time listening to all the time. And they've got new music coming out right now, which is amazing. So yes. Look, the evil might be coming, but Felix never bad. That's all I'm saying. But yes, I'm gonna go for the rodeo because we've lost. We've gotten lost in the sauce talking about Michelin stars. But I just thought it was funny that they have the Michelin guy down here. That is their current their mascot for many years is this guy right here, who also, interestingly enough, inspired the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters 1. FYI. There's another weird fact. Going to the rodeo. I want to ride a horsey. Cool, I'll ride a cowboy. Sure you will, Polly. Rodeos are an exciting celebration of all the best parts of cowboy culture.
Here we go, blasting off again!
Zoe, you're adorable. Horseback riding, calf tying, steer wrestling, and eating obscene amounts of pulled pork. There are lots of events and exhibitions happening today. Which do you want to see? Do we want to go see the rodeo clowns, the lasso tricks, or the bucking bulls? I have a feeling that we could go all in on the bucking bulls and get much hype, but possibly lose a lot of stamina. Or we could do other things. The rodeo clowns and the lasso tricks are actually slightly safer options to not lose stamina. Just saying. We're gonna gain hype, but lose something else. The Michelin Guide was French. It started off with hotel recommendations too. Oh yeah, it did start off with hotel recommendations. I forgot about that part. Michelin is a French tire company? Okay, well, I thought it was American. Apparently, I'm stupid. I didn't read that far. Apparently. Like, I just knew that the two things were connected. So, I'm tragically American. Please forgive me. It's tragedy. It's utter tragedy. Especially today. Okay, so Trav wants us to buck the bulls. That is the current vote in chat. So where are we going, chat? Where are we going? I only know because I'm looking it up like you said. I appreciate you, Bramble. Thank you for correcting me. Again, hi stupid, I'm idiot. Mr. Scrake, you get it. You get it. You get it. This is why you guys are my friends. I can be a dummy on occasion and you guys will just help. Bramble also says bucking bulls. It looks like we're just gonna risk it all. Okay, let's buck those bulls. You approach the rodeo announcers and say you want to try riding a bull. Okay, they say, do you want a mechanical bull or an actual bull?
Yes!
Real bull? Do whatever the most dangerous and the least sensible. Unsensibly dangerous. Coming right up. Zoe, come to the stage. Your friends can watch from the stands. Buck them as hard as you can. All the bucking. You know our giddy ghost girl is gonna find a minotaur to buck. Apes together strong. Okay. Well, I mean, she might, but she's not the brave. Just saying. Her cowboy girl outfit is super cute. Yeah, it is. Welcome to the rodeo, everybody. Today we've only got the roughest, toughest, sweatiest bulls and bull riders, starting with Zoe.
Go team!
Go Zoe! Go for the win! Say, how do you win at this sport? Usually the winner is declared when the bull is exhausted or when the rider needs emergency spinal surgery, whichever comes first. Look at how cute they are. Ah. And Scott's a himbo, so no surprise he looks good in flannel. I mean, yeah. She's cute, he's hot, everybody's happy. Now, y'all know our rodeo's a bit different. We don't like exhausting poor animals just for our enjoyment. We like a bull man who can consent to entertain you fine folks. So give it up for the king of shattering the dreams and pelvises of bull riders everywhere, Morty the Minotaur! What's up, Zoe? Ready to ride this bareback into oblivion? I see that look in your eyes. You don't know if you should be terrified or aroused. I call it going horny with fear. You should be horny afraid. It'll be a real challenge to ride me. It's hard, it's rough, it takes more fortitude than a Spartan in battle. And that's just the foreplay. You got this, Zoe. Just establish a safe word like, get me off this fucking bull. You absolutely do not got this. But you can't back down now. You just need the right strategy to come out on top. How do you ride Morty? This is freaking disgusting. This is a dating simulator, Mr. Scrake. I don't know what you thought this was. So, safe first option. Whoa, maybe it's too soon to ride, Morty? You barely know each other? Maybe you can just get lunch and take it slow. The less safe, but still slightly safe option. Set the right mood with suggestive music and lighting while also wearing appropriate rodeo leather. Then you'll be ready for a wild ride. Or going all out. Brew a performance-enhancing tantric potion so you and Morty can transcend flesh and ride for hours into a deeper journey you'll never forget. This is your reminder to hydrate. Because we're all thirsty bitches here. So, do we try to get to know each other over lunch? Do we set the mood for a wild ride, or do we transcend flesh altogether? 1, 2, 3, you guys know the drill. Dragon says, transcend flesh. The last one sounds like it'll cost magic. All magic use drains magic and increase soul. It's possible that we'll get hype or soul. Not entirely certain. We've gone into this blind. Ah, Ortho, you know what's going on. Usually I'm more reserved on these choices, but on Roadtrip I'm really curious about those extreme options. I already voted 3 even before we got here. Let's get spicy. I got 2 votes for 3. Anybody else want to weigh in before the ad break starts? Because we got an ad in roughly 40 seconds. You guys know how to avoid it if you'd like. All right. The 3s basically have it. So let's get spicy. You lose 1 magic brewing the perfect tantric brew. You offer some to Morty. Interesting. I've never tried bull riding while tripping, but I'm flexible to new experiences. I'm also just flexible in general. See what I did there? See? Do you see? You see all right. You see everything now that the psychedelics have kicked in. You and Morty are connected mind, body, and soul. You ride Morty to the edge of consciousness and back. You are unmade and remade. You ride him, you are ridden upon. I kind of have 157 hours in this game and filled out a spreadsheet with every choice I've made, which is why I'm trying not to interfere too much. Ortho, I appreciate you holding back on the spoilers. I really, really do. Because we went into this blind. I mean, we know Monster Prom and their humor and things, but we did come into this blind. This is my very first playthrough of this game. I only recently acquired it, though I do love the series, as you can tell. So, I appreciate you holding back. But if you want to see a particular thing, you can just weigh in on the choices as if you know nothing. That is absolutely fine. But thank you for being here. It's awesome to have you as a friend now. The self is destroyed. You two are no longer separate. You and Morty are a chimera of pure connection. Your souls are entwined. You two are the universe incarnate. That was the most stimulating ride I've ever had. Thanks for the trip. I'll be in my stable rubbing a few out if you need me. And hey, Zoe. Big Boss Coconuts, am I right? Yep. Big Boss Coconuts indeed.
Mama like it.
Zoe, you broke the all-time bull riding record, and you did it while you were high off your ass? Mad respect. Good job, bro. What does Big Boss Coconuts mean? You say nothing, just giving a silent smirk. You and Scott may be friends, but after that trip, only you and Morty are Big Boss Coconuts level friends. You lost 2 stamina riding Morty for what felt like eons, but your journey of self-discovery earned you +1 mind and +1 soul. Also, the crowd loved watching you and Morty run around tripping balls, making you gain +1 hype.
Hi.
I had a feeling we'd lose some stamina, so now we have nothing over over 15. Yeah, feel free to vote for things and just not explain why. Who knows your motivation? It could help. It could be for funny results. We don't know. And we're happy to just have you. So, he's still here. That's just hilarious. Secret government lab. So secret you can find it on a road trip. Or the Dynast. Do you have a reservation? It looks like soul plus minus mind or unknown soul plus. Interesting choice of things. They really want us to raise our soul, apparently. Are we hungry or do we want secrets? Government secrets. Duh. Terrible Russian accent incoming if we go to Secret Lab. Just saying. Stamina is still in the lead for our ending, though. Dragon wants to go to the lab just to hear my terrible Russian accent. I haven't done it in quite a while, so it's gonna be rough. No offense to actual nice Russian people, just... I need that Russian accent in my life. Oh, dragon. Oh, dragon. Let's learn some secrets. We've already eaten. We just had beefcake. Oh, you've got a point there, Trav. Secret government land. I don't know Russian, Bramble, so don't ask me to say Russian words. I just have vaguely Russian accent in my life from a character I played a million years ago who was in a Firefly campaign as the pilot. She was a pilot, so she had terrible Russian accents. I don't know why. You only know Tavorish because Colossus would say it all the time. I mean, he is the Russian in the X-Men, yes. Isn't it cool how nothing ever happens on the road? Scott! Fuck! Turn the radio on! Convenient Exposition has started already. We can't miss it. Roger! Mr. Thompson, what were you telling us about hype again? Yes, let me repeat. Anything that makes you rejoice to your core will get your hype up. That includes laughing out loud, doing thrill-seeking stuff, or going to town, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. I like keeping my hype strong and vigorous. That's why I avoid all that stuff that will lower my hype.
Believe the hype.
Like doing boring stuff, mingling with dull or annoying people, or choosing mundane solutions over epic ones.
Amen to that.
Speaking of boring stuff, you know what else is boring? Being a good person. Sometimes you need to be if you want to keep your soul up. Yeah, why do we need to have souls anyway? Beats me. At least soul is quite easy to manage. Doing good deeds, soul up. Being your worst self, soul down.
Take care of your soul.
So remember, kids, don't underestimate the power of helping strangers while you're on the road. You gotta keep your soul healthy and clean. Amazing. Simply amazing. Your tips have been extremely helpful and incredibly expositive. You're provided a great tutorial for anyone who aims to have a successful road trip. Cormac S. Thompson and Hunter McCarthy, everyone. Whoa, Polly, I think I've grown as a person. Yeah, Cormac S. Thompson and Hunter McCarthy are part of the family from now on.
Nice.
A toast to convenient exposition. Hooray! Are you a government conspiracy theorist? Well, you're about to be.
Science!
Welcome to the secret government laboratory, where all your favorite politicians order their scientists to play God. There are grisly experiments, mutated creatures, and crimes against monstrosity galore. What catches your interest, comrade? Scientific tests gone horribly wrong? Check out Weird Cloudy Tank with the menacing silhouette, or Weird Forbidden Experiments. This one will lose us mind, the rest will earn us soul. Being your worst self, so don't be nice, is what they're saying. We were independent conspiracy theorists, but we'd be willing to take a government paycheck if they're hiring. Absolutely, Trav. Da. Please pay me to pretend to be crazy person. I would like this muchly. Menacing silhouette. I have a vote for 2, aka menacing silhouette. Random guy screams since defo a Russian science lab. No, we are Russian conspiracy theorists. We have come to American lab to find out about the science. Weird forbidden experiments and knowledge. We're Zoe. I mean, we are Zoe. So where does Zoe want to go? I would understand if you do not forgive me for terrible Russian accent. Please understand, I mean no disrespect to Russian people. At least the people, the government, I very much wish to disrespect. American science, Russian science, all made in Taiwan. I mean, you're not wrong, Bramble. That's where the microchips are made. Looks like we're gonna check out the weird cloudy tank with the menacing silhouette. You are wandering around the lab where you find a huge cloudy tank in the back surrounded by warning signs.
Polly, I have a question.
The sign says beware of sex malagamate, handle only with hazmat suit, and post-nut clarity? What's sex malagamate? Let's see these notes and find out. The sex malagate was discovered wandering the woods, screaming incoherently and setting occasional fires. It excretes pure sex sulfate, the chemical that makes all things sexy. Cool. With this lucky find, we'll be able to painfully extract sex sulfate from the creature for the rest of its short, miserable life. What could go wrong? What does it say after that? It's mostly ketchup stains on the last pages. Scientists probably eat fries on the jobs too. You say there's a weird, sexy creature in this tank? It smells familiar. Like lighter fluid, hairspray, and angst. Is that... Wait, hold the fucking phone. You're telling me that these scientists discovered a creature that's basically the mutant pinnacle of pure sexiness? And it looks like Damien?